All right. It's pretty exciting stuff, guys. We're going to go over to the Facebook headquarters. We're going to do a big photo walk on the roof. And so we'll stream the photo walk live from the roof, with beautiful gardens up there. And then right at sunset, we'll do a quadcopter flight, and we'll stream that live also. And that's exactly what I am testing right now. Welcome everybody, watching from home. Got some very nice people here with us. Facebook's best, hello. Hey guys, as you go by, tell us your name. Keep going, keep going. Hello, hello.
Hey, I'm Felix.
Hi, I'm Garrett.
Garrett's the man. Garrett, you're the one that got us permission to fly the drone up here, right?
I did. It wasn't easy, but we are flying a drone today.
Yeah, how did you do that, by the way?
Lots of emailing.
You're so charming.
Yep, I smiled at him. It does the trick.
You do have a $1 million smile there, Garrett. One thing that's really nice to do with your photography is to confuse people, okay? We have such great cameras nowadays, even phones or anything, that any photo could come out quite literal, right? You just see everything that's there. But if you notice, I'm sure you guys consume pictures on Facebook and Instagram just like I do. You scroll through them, and our brains are really good at assessing the situation, right? We can look at a photo and we get it like after 4 or 5 seconds, right? Because our brains were very plastic, they're changing. Like I remember growing up in the older days, we had National Geographic. You would open it up and you would stare at a picture for like 2 minutes, right? That just doesn't happen anymore. Even a National Geographic level photo, you're done with in like 5 or 6 seconds. But if you notice the photos that you'll get stuck on, that you'll sit there for like 10, 15, 20 seconds, are the ones that confuse you. You're like, what's going on in this photo? So this is the counterintuitive thing, that by removing information, you make it more interesting. Or by messing up the information, you make it more interesting. So like, I've been staring at this thing for a while. I'm still not even sure what it is. I don't know if it's like a hammock or stuff you play in, or maybe a picnic in there. It's just weird, kind of like this weird mist-like thing. So, I'll confuse people with that. They'll look at it and not know what it is, but that's okay not to know what it is. What's really interesting is how your left brain is really trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and your right brain is just kind of enjoying the journey. And so sometimes an interesting photo is the tension between those two brains playing together. Okay? So anyway, I showed this f/16, ISO 100, 3 photos, -3, -1, and +1. And I'll run those through Aurora later. Okay. And this is Sphericam. Tell us about this, George Krieger, while my son sets up the quad over there.
This is a 360-degree video camera that we make. It's called Sphericam 2.
Yeah.
And here, I'll bring it back here so you can see it. Yeah. It's called Sphericam 2, and it shoots 4K 360-degree video and streams as well.
All right. When will this be generally available to the public?
Sometime in 2017.
Okay. I want one of these to take with me on my trip. Do you have an extra one?
I actually have permission to give you one.
Whoa!
Yes.
All right. Awesome.
A very rare thing indeed.
Awesome.
Actually.
Okay. Well, I'll treat it like gold. All right. Here, I'm gonna trample here. Sorry, Zuck. Okay, this is another good spot because you get a reflection. Almost any time you get a reflection, go for it, because reflections are like the best. And also they're kind of confusing a little bit too, because they'll again look at this, well, what is that? Is that water or is it a pond? And their brain will figure it out over time, and as their brain figures it out, they kind of get a little bit of an endorphin kick. I use the same settings here again, and if you listen, one of the great features of this Sony is that it pauses 2 seconds and then it takes all 3 photos for you. So it pauses, it stabilizes, and you hear those 3 great clicks, just like that. I love it. Another nice thing about mirrorless, I know some of you guys are not shooting mirrorless, is that, I was talking about f/16 earlier, if you want to get that starburst f/16 or higher. When you look through a mirrorless camera, you're actually seeing what's on the sensor. So you can literally look through at the sun and dial it up and dial it down, and you can see how many starbursts come out of it live. So it's actually pretty cool. What's going on there?
This is a Panono. It's a 36 camera, 360 degree capture device, and it's 108 megapixels in output, and it'll take a picture at the apex if I throw it in the air, if it's not rotating. So usually I get one shot every like 8 to 10 throws. So
It must be hard to
let's see
throw
if
and
it
not
works.
rotate.
It's easy to throw if you don't throw it very high without
I see.
rotation, but if you want to throw it high, even that's too much. And
Seems
it
really dangerous.
has a little red light. If you drop it, it breaks.
Yeah. Whoa. This is tough.
Maybe we don't throw it as high.
Yes, maybe so. All right.
So that worked.
Hello, everybody. Look at us. We are down here on the roof of Facebook. Beautiful night. Look at this. We've got the Photowalk crowd here with us. Somehow, thanks to Sir Garrett the Great, he got us clearance to fly the quadcopter. Thank you, Garrett.
Right here.
Hey, come here, Garrett. What do you do at Facebook? And how
I
did you
work
get us
on media partnerships, and I just asked really nicely.
You must have asked very nicely. I got a hot new tip for shooting HDRs from the air. And I used to do auto bracketing, right? Because you can use this and do auto bracketing as well, which is pretty slick. But I've noticed that when I take those multiple shots and put them into Aurora, that they get just really, really noisy. And the noise is just terrible, in fact. So now I no longer do that. Now I just take a single raw photo and I just bring that raw photo into Aurora. That seems to be the best thing. Okay. There's a jet overhead. Where's Garrett at?
I'm down here.
Ah, all right. Garrett, you said you just got off the phone with the control tower. What did they say?
They said it was okay.
Are you sure about that?
Don't go too high.
So they can get
All right. I won't go too high. That sounds good. Yeah, I don't want to be shot down. Also, I personally don't want to be shot. So I've been, traveling around the world for the past 8 or 9 years, and for the past 5 or so, I've had drones, right? And so I've been flying all over, getting like incredible drone footage like this here. If you're just joining us, by the way, we're over Facebook. A beautiful garden down there. Oh, look at that. And so I had all this video footage, but I didn't know what in the hell to do with it all, because editing video is a little bit of a pain, honestly, and who's got the time? But then we had sort of a bit of a family issue going on, and some people that go to the blog regularly know this. We just announced it last week, but of all things, my wife came down with a very strange form of cancer. She was diagnosed with a strange form of cancer. Actually the same kind that Steve Jobs had. So, we were dealing with this, getting her the best doctors in the world and all that kind of stuff. And it's a very scary thing, right? Because we got 3 young kids, and it's, not a good thing. And so, of course, I deal with it in all my own weird ways, but I also try to deal with it artistically. And so I thought, well, why don't I take all of this quadcopter footage and over the past 5 or 6 years and make a very special video for my wife that kind of explores these ideas of birth and death and life and what the hell does it all mean. So what I did is I took all this footage and I combined it with two of my favorite other things. One of my favorite philosophers is a guy named Alan Watts. And so I combined it with his words and the music of Hans Zimmer. And I used all that to make a video. And it came out to be quite lovely. In fact, I put it up on Facebook and it got like 500,000 views. And it's a very kind of moving thing. So it's kind of a gift to my wife, who I love very much. And it's kind of a gift to all of you also, who I also love. And I hope it kind of makes you think and gives you some ideas and is inspiring in kind of a nice way. All right. Eric is now controlling this.
Oh yeah.
I want the authorities to know that Eric is now controlling the quadcopter. Okay?
You are pilot. You are pilot in command.
Eric is flying my quadcopter. I talk like a robot on Snapchat. It's huge.
True, you do. It's very strange.
Popular.
Big wave, everyone! Wave, 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 wave!
Garrett.
Nice one, man.
Right. I mean, that thing almost went horizontal.